Gorillaz gonna be on TV, Ashi is going ham, and I love Class of 3000. Let's do this. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at One Young, so hold it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. And what is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we about to get into some thumbnails. That's right, we're going to be talking about animation, anime, anything that's a cartoon that's drawn and put on screen. It's up for grabs. And let's go on and get it going with Samurai Jack. That's right, episode XCVIII. And I don't even know what number that is. But let me tell you about this. Yo, Samurai Jack is back in full force because in this episode, we get a little glimpse into how he lost the sword. And because since we know where he's looking for it, he has to go and search for it in the place that he lost it. Finding only that, hey, I didn't lose my sword. The sword left me. So he has to get his meditation on and go to a higher plane to even be able to be worthy to have this sword again. And the cool thing about his meditation is you get this amazing sequence of events just like this. Where the picture and the atmosphere is so serene and beautiful, and it's another testament to the artistry in this show, man. This show is not playing this year, yo. They're going out with a bang, from comedy to the fight scenes to just the artistry, and man, it's done so well. So while he's getting his meditation on, of course, you can't have a full episode of meditation. Oh, no. Because Ashi, who is waiting for him to finish his meditation, decides to stand guard. And there's a reason she's going to need to stand guard, because there seems to be a whole army that's coming up just to snipe this cat from behind. And I mean, I can't even explain any better than this.
Where do you think you're going?
Up the mountain to kill the samurai. What's it to you?
I'm going to stop you.
And the scene that follows is just some of the funniest, coolest punches, kicks, beat ups, arrows to the head. Ashi is not playing. Like, she is no joke in this episode. Like, for real, she is going to extreme levels of karate-sizing on everybody in this episode. But the strongest part of her journey, while she's kind of transitioning, well, she's already transitioned, but, continuing to fill out her role as a hero, standing beside Samurai Jack, is that she has to face her mother.
I knew you would fail us. You were the strongest, but the most unfocused.
And it's shots like this and sequences like this that is a true showdown. It's her versus her mother. She's very close to taking out Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack right now is indisposed. He can't be taken. Like, it's just so great to see the fight sequences, her facial expressions, how they worked that out during the animation, and also the emotion, because like her mother saying like you were strong, but you were like mentally weak or whatever, and all kinds of stuff like that kind of digs in deep on Ashi a little bit. But after making sure that Jack is safe, Mama is vanquished, then they are both together in a scene that truly blows me away. And it's pretty much just like this.
So what next?
Aku.
And that's what we came for. That's what we came for. I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. I hope you saw this episode, and if you did not, you need to go see it as fast as possible. But if you did, jump down in them comments, holla at me, let me know what you like most about this episode. There was a ton of stuff to love, a ton of stuff to laugh about it too. But I also like how Ashi is becoming one with nature now. She got her nature fashion, she all beautified, but you kind of see the redemption of Samurai Jack. He got the smooth shave, he got the haircut again, and you get to see him taking his position free of guilt, which I think is really, really cool. So, hey man, that is my time on that. I love this episode. This season has been just extremely solid. Probably one of the most solid seasons I've seen in an animated show in a while. So, of course, we got to move on because we got some Gorillaz to talk about. Next up is a little update on the Gorillaz. But before I go there, I got to give a big shout out to everyone who came out this weekend to my comic kickback. It was so fun. Thank you so much for showing up. It was cool. New people like Jason Jackson and TJ, old friends that you've seen on the show like Marquita, Jay from Heroic Fathers of Color, Kevin, Sean, MD, all of you guys made my day. And of course, the lovely lady Lisa was in the house. So I had a ball. It was super fun. And a big shout out to the Comic Bug for holding me down on so many episodes of comic pull lists and comic book reviews and all that, but they really, really came through and had a good time, man. It was a ball. Now, to the Gorillaz, word on the street is that the Gorillaz are not only dropping a brand new album called Humans, and not only are they dropping the new bump and thumping sounds on them streets, but there's going to be a 10-episode animated series next year that's going to be actually directed, at least in part, by Jamie Hewlett himself. And I'm very interested because he's saying that, the style that I draw them in, the style that, they've always been in, will be in 2D, but everything else on the show can be up for grabs, which means like backgrounds can be CGI, human people can be in the show talking to the Gorillaz, all kinds of like mixed media, which is like strange but cool. And I can see working out very well to lend to either the musicality of the show or the comedy of the show or even the danger of the show. I love Gorillaz. I've always loved them. Songs that they have dropped have always been very eclectic and very weird, but in a good way. A good weird. The kind of weird that we all need to experience every now and then just to, change our musical palette. So, my question to you guys is, what are you looking for in a Gorillaz show? Like, what are you thinking that the Gorillaz will do on their animated series? We got 10 episodes in all. So what kind of journey do you think they'll go on? What kind of, shenanigans do you think they can get into? I'm hoping for a globe-trotting type of show where like they're everywhere. They're not just like in one spot, but they're like, they're in Australia and then they're in the US, then they're in Japan, or then they're, hanging out in Guatemala or something. I'm very, very interested to see how this plays out because I think it's been a while since we've had an animated series about a musical icon or icons or a group or something like that. But, still ain't gonna be no Jackson 5 animated series. Dear to my heart. But that's my time on that. I really want to know what you think. Let's go on and get speculation going down in them comments, and I'll holler at you guys later because we got to move on to one of my favorite animated series in a very long time in Class of 3000. So next up is probably one of the shows that should be, if it isn't on, I can't remember for Throwback Thursday, but one of the shows that I really wish never had to end, but I'm glad that we at least got it, which is Class of 3000. This is a show that I did not expect to be as good as it was. I just thought it would be like a cash grab where they, slap Andre 3000's name on it. And, because of the height of Outkast success, people would watch it and they get some ad revenue and maybe some toys and, some soundtracks and whatever. But we got a lot of lessons out of this show. And we got some great, cool music out of this show. Like some cool musical segments out of a show that I thought was going to be something throwaway. We have these cute characters, and Sunny, who is played by Andre 3000, who is like their music teacher and kind of carries them through their musical journey, their musical growth. I really feel like you put a lot of thought, a lot of heart into this, And it showed, man. A lot of people still look fondly on this show. You know, even like the lessons that they learn, like the song about, you know, your soul, the song about peanuts, you know, the song about garbage and trash. It was cool. You got these songs that was like, yo, this is actually kind of bumping. Like this song can compete with something on the radio right now. There's just like some little kids singing. And even the opening sequence like this. Hit me like a ton of bricks, and I just respect it so much. But before we move on, I gotta remind you guys that you can find me, this show, NERDSoul, on Black Hollywood Live, which is the first online network for African Americans. And if you wanna know what they got going on, you can check out blackhollywoodlive.com, and right there you'll see celebrity interviews, Twitter, after shows, all kinds of sports talk, geek, nerd, tech, and everything you could think of from week to week on youtube.com/Black Hollywood Live. Now, I'm sure that at least some of you guys have seen Class of 3000. If you haven't, you definitely need to pick up. I know there was a DVD. I know there was also a release of the music from the show, but you should look around online. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix or not. Someone most likely has it. And check it out, a couple of episodes, or maybe watch it with your kids, especially if they're into music, if they're already, you know, playing an instrument or they're writing poetry or something. I think they could get a lot out of it, and I think you could too. But for my people that know the show, love the show, miss the show, jump down in the comments. Let's talk about Class of 3000. What were your favorite episodes? Who were your favorite characters? I really loved Sonny. I did. He was just the conductor, man. He just kept things going. I really enjoyed the show. I can't praise this show enough, really, because it did something that I never would have expected it to do, and it could have just been a cash grab. It could have been corny, but it wasn't. And you guys need to check this out, whether it's a DVD release or just the songs from the animated series. I think you'll come away with a lot of value from a show like this. So, of course, that's my time. I got to get up out of here and let you get onto your day. So, of course, that NERDSoul.com is where you can check all of my videos out, from the oldest, the newest, the latest, the greatest, and all that. And then hit me up and drop me a line. Holla at a player. And hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. It helps so much. And also one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that NERDSoul. On the real, there is no other way that I can tell people that you like what you are watching. And of course, my shout outs gotta go to LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Go watch some Class of 3000. Peace.